Anthony Joshua made his name knocking out world champions. But the biggest victory of his career may have happened outside the ring. Today, the British boxing icon commands a $320 million empire spanning luxury real estate, elite automobiles, global partnerships, and investments built to last long after his fighting days are over. From bespoke mansions and Rolls-Royces to private aviation and multi-million-dollar business ventures, this is how Anthony Joshua built and spends his fortune in 2026. And nowhere is that success more visible than in the machines he chooses to drive. From handcrafted British luxury to breathtaking supercar performance. At the center of his fleet stands his bespoke Range Rover SV autobiography, handcrafted by Jaguar Land Rover's special vehicle operations with an exclusive world champion graphite finish. Its cabin is wrapped in premium semi-aniline leather, handcrafted wood veneers, executive rear seating, and cutting-edge technology, creating a first-class experience worthy of a heavyweight champion. Flanking this flagship SUV is his urban automotive Land Rover Defender 110, transformed with the company's full wide-track package. Combining rugged capability with bespoke styling, it delivers commanding road presence while retaining the comfort and refinement expected of a luxury vehicle. When only the pinnacle of automotive luxury will do, Joshua turns to his customized Rolls-Royce Phantom, valued at around $450,000. With its whisper-quiet cabin, handcrafted interior, and effortless ride quality, the Phantom serves as a private sanctuary, allowing him to escape the spotlight in complete comfort. For moments that demand speed over serenity, he reaches for his performance-tuned Jaguar XJR. Beneath its elegant British styling lies a supercharged V8 capable of delivering explosive acceleration, proving that executive luxury and thrilling performance can exist in perfect harmony. Parked beside it is the iconic Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG, one of the most recognizable Grand Tours ever built. Famous for its dramatic gull-wing doors and thunderous, naturally aspirated V8, it represents exclusivity, engineering excellence, and timeless automotive design. Beyond his personal fleet, Joshua's generosity is equally impressive. He famously gifted his mother a Range Rover Sport, reflecting the importance he places on family despite his extraordinary success. Rounding out his collection are recreational machines including a quad bike and a snowmobile, giving the heavyweight champion a taste of adventure away from the pressures of championship boxing. Now, let's see where the heavyweight champion truly unwinds. Anthony Joshua's real estate empire is built around privacy, prestige, and long-term investment, with properties spanning the United Kingdom and the Middle East. At the heart of his portfolio is his spectacular Hertfordshire mansion, valued at more than £20 million. Hidden behind secure gates and surrounded by mature trees, the estate offers complete privacy while keeping him within easy reach of London. Floor-to-ceiling glass walls flood the home with natural light, while its expansive open-plan design creates a calm, contemporary atmosphere that feels worlds away from the intensity of championship fight nights. For a man whose body is his greatest asset, recovery is built into the home itself. State-of-the-art private gym allows him to stay in peak condition without ever leaving the estate. When it's time to slow down, the mansion transforms into a place for family and close friends. The indoor swimming pool offers a peaceful retreat on quiet afternoons and an elegant setting for private gatherings. Entertainment is equally important. A private home cinema allows Joshua to unwind with family or relive some of boxing's greatest moments on the big screen, while an elegant wine cellar and bespoke dining spaces make the estate ideal for hosting guests in complete privacy. Every corner of the property reflects the balance he has built between relentless discipline and well-earned luxury. Expanding his international footprint, Joshua also owns a luxurious £1.2 million penthouse in Sultan Haytham City, Oman. Known as the Sky Palace, the residence spans more than 15,000 square feet, offering panoramic mountain and city views, smart home technology, and wellness-focused amenities that make it both a luxurious retreat and a strategic investment. Beyond his personal residences, Joshua has assembled an impressive commercial property portfolio across London, Hertfordshire, and other prime locations. But for a man whose career and business interests span continents, luxury doesn't end when the road does. It simply takes to the skies. Whether he's flying to a championship fight in Saudi Arabia, attending commercial shoots in London, or preparing for training camps in Dubai, Joshua relies on private aviation to keep his demanding schedule running with military precision. Rather than owning a single aircraft, he frequently charters private jets and helicopters, spending well over $1.5 million annually to travel on his own terms. It's a strategy that offers flexibility, privacy, and the freedom to move across the globe without the delays of commercial travel. Back on the ground, Joshua's appreciation for craftsmanship extends to his wrist. His watch collection, valued at more than $1.2 million. Among his prized pieces are Audemars Piguet Royal Oak models crafted from precious metals, Richard Mille timepieces engineered to withstand extreme forces, and iconic Rolex Daytonas that have become symbols of both sporting success and long-term investment. Some of these watches have appreciated considerably over time, but none of these luxury timepieces would exist without the unforgettable nights that transformed Anthony Joshua into a global sporting icon. Long before the multi-million-dollar endorsements and business empire, Joshua built his reputation one devastating knockout at a time. After capturing Olympic gold for Great Britain at the 2012 London Games, he exploded onto the professional scene with frightening power, stopping opponent after opponent before claiming the IBF Heavyweight Championship by knocking out Charles Martin in just his 16th professional fight. The victories only grew bigger. He dismantled Dominic Breazeale, outclassed Eric Molina, and delivered one of the most memorable knockouts of his career against longtime champion Vladimir Klitschko before more than 90,000 fans at Wembley Stadium. His collection of world titles continued to grow as he unified the heavyweight division, defeating Joseph Parker to add the WBO belt before overcoming Alexander Povetkin and Andy Ruiz Jr. in their rematch to reclaim the championships he had lost months earlier. Joshua proved that champions are not defined only by victory, but by their ability to rebuild after defeat. Yet his journey was never without setbacks. Shock losses to Andy Ruiz Jr. in New York and Oleksandr Usyk in consecutive world title fights forced Joshua to reinvent himself, both as a fighter and as a man. Rather than allowing those defeats to define him, they strengthened his determination, broadened his perspective, and ultimately helped shape the disciplined businessman he has become today. Those unforgettable nights inside sold-out stadiums generated far more than championship belts. They created one of the most recognizable sporting brands on the planet. But when the arena lights fade and the cameras disappear, Anthony Joshua steps away from the spotlight into a far quieter life. Despite being one of the world's most recognizable athletes, Joshua has always guarded his private life with remarkable discipline. Rather than filling headlines with controversy, he prefers spending time with close friends, family, and most importantly, his son, Joseph J.J. Joshua. Becoming a father gave the heavyweight champion a new perspective on success. While world titles built his legacy, Joshua has often spoken about wanting to build something even greater for the next generation, a future defined not only by wealth, but by opportunity. His relationship with the mother of his son, Nicole Osborne, eventually came to an end, but the two have remained committed to co-parenting, ensuring that JJ remains at the center of their lives. It is this balance between relentless ambition and grounded values that has earned him admiration far beyond the boxing community. Despite his carefully managed public image, Anthony Joshua's career has not been without controversy and intense scrutiny. As one of boxing's biggest global stars, every victory, defeat, and public appearance has been dissected by millions. His back-to-back defeats to Oleksandr Usyk presented another difficult chapter. Following the emotional loss in their 2022 rematch, Joshua's frustrated post-fight reaction, including briefly leaving the ring with Usyk's championship belts before delivering an emotional speech, sparked widespread debate throughout the boxing world. While some criticized his actions, others saw a champion overwhelmed by years of sacrifice, pressure, and expectation finally boiling over. Rather than allowing those moments to define him, Joshua embraced change. He rebuilt his training team, refined his approach under new coaches, and gradually re-established himself among the heavyweight elite, proving once again that resilience has always been one of his greatest strengths. Now, another chapter is about to be written. On July 25, 2026, Joshua returns to the ring against Kristian Prenga, a dangerous and experienced heavyweight eager to pull off the biggest upset of his career. For Joshua, the fight represents far more than another victory. It is another opportunity to move one step closer to another world title shot and remind boxing fans that his story is far from over. Joshua's greatest asset may not be his right hand, it may be his brand. Built on discipline, humility, and professionalism, he has become one of Britain's most trusted sporting figures. Global companies don't just partner with Anthony Joshua because he's a champion. They partner with him because he represents excellence, resilience, and credibility. It's that reputation that continues to generate millions long after the final bell. Money tells the story better than any championship belt ever could. While blockbuster pay-per-view events earned him more than $120 million inside the ring, it was the decisions he made outside the ropes that transformed him into one of Britain's wealthiest athletes. Through his management company 258 MGT, lucrative partnerships with Under Armour, Jaguar, Hugo Boss, and Lucozade, and a rapidly expanding real estate portfolio, Joshua has turned sporting success into a global business empire. From the streets of Watford to a $320 million empire, Anthony Joshua has proven that championships can make you famous. But vision is what builds lasting wealth. Every Rolls-Royce, every investment, every partnership, and every property tells the story of an athlete who planned for life long after boxing. In the end, Anthony Joshua isn't just one of Britain's greatest heavyweight champions. He's one of the smartest businessmen the sport has ever produced.